more than 2 decades in the industry, looking back, do you remember the very first day of your very first job?
Interestingly, I do, because that's where I started as a dental surgeon way back in early 2000. After finishing my degree in dentistry from Bangalore, came back to Hyderabad, where I belong to. Started off in a dental hospital here in Hyderabad in the evening shift from 4 to 9 p.m. I was the one supposed to manage the hospital in the evening, so a lot of goosebumps, a lot of butterflies in the stomach. I still remember that day.
Right. So you had to do a lot in the very first job of yours. A lot of responsibilities, I suppose.
Yeah. Managing, that was the first time I was working. Seniors were off and on, so a lot of pressure, but still, managed to escape through.
True. Interesting. Now, your education background is an interesting one. You did your dentistry, followed by MSc in Healthcare Informatics at University of London, then the HL7 ELC course, followed by an Executive Management course in Sales and Marketing from IIM Calcutta. Now, can you please shed some light on this journey of yours? It would give a lot of clarity for our student community.
That's a question quite often posed to me in terms of why I started off as a doctor, a clinician, why into IT.
Yeah.
Well, after finishing my bachelor's in dentistry, practiced for a few years in Hyderabad, but after some time, I realized that there's something else I need to do. Right, dentistry was getting saturated. Not much of options, even if you specialize. And so from day one, I was kind of interested in technology. You seeing technology videos.
Right.
Getting my hands dirty, etc.
Right.
That's made me pursue a course, if at all there is one in the world, where I can use this knowledge of some bit of healthcare, some bit of technology, and do it as a career. That's where health informatics had come into picture. So went through, did my masters, and followed by a management course in sales and marketing, because I was kind of, the role demanded so. I was with TCS. We are doing a pre-sales job, building, selling HIS solution, lot of to the world. That's where the role demanded. That's where I kind of did that course.
True. So very evidently you did, your progress across your career has been continuously educating yourself as well. It's very evident. True. Now, how was the healthcare IT industry in the years in which you started your career like?
I think it went through a lot of changes over a period of time, right? Especially in India, the industry was non-existent when I started off. Nobody knew what informatics was.
Right.
The adoption of IT into healthcare has been very nascent. Start off is just a billing system, all that, to stage where every hospital, medium or large, have realized the impact that technology can make in driving patient satisfaction, in driving operations, sales, marketing, finance, you name it. So every hospital's owner or a professional CEO is looking towards technology to make that impact in the industry. It has evolved quite a bit, and thanks to COVID, the focus has gone even further. Right, for people who in my kind of a role, while COVID is not so great, but we thank COVID because every doctor wants to adopt technology now. Right. Initially, we used to struggle to get doctors use tech systems, but at least now they've realized that this is one of the options where they can provide their care to patients. So it evolved quite a bit. I'm happy that we are in exciting times. The government also has realized this, and I'm very happy that recently the NDHM has come into picture. There's a lot of focus from the government side also on using technology in healthcare. So interesting times ahead, I'd say.
True, absolutely. Now, Dr. Naresh, did you have mentors early on in your career? And how did they help you in molding you professionally and personally?
Well, I did have, I continue to have, especially people in the informatics background. There's a professor who's been a CIO all his life in the US. He was the one I reached out to when I wanted to do informatics. He was the one who kind of, helped me, in fact, helped me get admission into City University in London. Did that, he still guides me. There's one more person who did again, I started off as a doctor, moved into informatics. I think 2-3 people are the ones who've mentored me, who've told me this is one of the disciplines you can take it as a career. I still have those people as my mentors, thankfully.
True. And I'm sure they've been the contributing factor in your life overall.
Yeah.
True. Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing about your professional journey.